Greetings and welcome to this quarter of lessons that deal with the life and teachings of Jesus, derived from the Gospel of Matthew. Unit 1 is entitled Welcome the Messiah and is designed, among other things, to function during the 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas. The first lesson comes out of Jeremiah. All the rest of the whole quarter and of this Unit 1 come out of the Gospel of Matthew. The text out of Jeremiah 23 focuses on David, a son of David or a descendant of David, as the Messiah who will reign. And so the basic themes that Matthew will be teaching about Jesus are already there. And the sense is, as we look into Jesus coming, a part of the story is always that he was anticipated. There was a promise. There was someone that was going to come. And that is a theme that's an important part of Unit 1. Both the first lesson, the promise of the Messiah, the passage out of Jeremiah, and then the second lesson comes out of Matthew chapter 11, which is that wonderful story in which the disciples of John the Baptist come to Jesus and say, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we wait for another?" And that phrase, the one who is to come, is a phrase that had been used within Judaism for some time as a sort of reference to the Messiah, the anticipated one, the coming one. Are you that one? And Jesus replies, "Go tell John what you've seen and heard." And then he begins to list a series of miracles that he has performed. And Matthew, in the structure of his gospel, has just finished in chapters 8 and 9 stories of miracles of Jesus, and if you want to call all the kinds of miracles, cleansing of lepers, healing the blind, giving sight to the blind, healing the lame. All of those kinds of miracles he has examples of in chapters 8 and 9. Then in chapter 10, he sends the disciples out on mission, and he commands them to do the same kinds of things. And one of the fascinating things about these miracles is not that they're only acts of compassion, but they are also signs of Messiah. And that's what Jesus was counting on as he spoke to John's disciples. Go tell John what you've seen and heard. The blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, those kinds of things. Because the book of Isaiah numerous times describes these kinds of actions, these kinds of miracles as the signs of the coming of Messiah. And so Jesus is fulfilling the anticipations of the coming Messiah. The final 2 lessons in Unit 1 come right out of the Christmas story in Matthew, the first out of the final verses of chapter 1, where the angel appears to Joseph and tells him to not be afraid to take Mary as his wife. And it is really an invitation for Joseph and for us to receive the gift that God is giving the Messiah. The unit concludes with the story of the wise men, or the Magi, coming from the east, and the instructions are for them they're trying to find this one-born King of the Jews, and when they do, their response is to bow down and worship him, which is the most appropriate response there is for us to do when we encounter Jesus also. Thanks be to God.